right way.
Gonna be great, gonna be a good day.
This is Jase and Lauren on Melbourne's Nova 100.
Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday.
Good morning. Gosh, wasn't yesterday the most heavenly autumn day?
It's bloody freezing in the morning, though.
It was 25 degrees in the afternoon.
Yeah, she was
That's
a pearler in the
insane.
arvo. I was
One
out
of the
playing
bo-
a bit of basketball.
Oh, were you?
Yes.
Yeah, I went for a big walk. It was one of the prettiest sunsets I've seen in Melbourne in a long time.
Sorry. Michael Jordan was out playing basketball.
Yeah.
You found a half court somewhere and shot some hoops.
The driveway. We just used the driveway.
For the kids.
Yeah, they flogged me yesterday. Surprise,
Cute.
surprise. Yep.
Yeah, it was like everyone was out and about yesterday afternoon. It was
a
awesome.
pearler, wasn't it?
I took the dogs for a walk and you couldn't swing a cat. There were people everywhere soaking up the last of it. I think today's nice also, and then it turns this afternoon.
Your pointer, the one that's the size of a horse.
Yeah.
Is it one of those dogs that takes you for a walk or you take it? You know, like you see some people with a giant dog. And
she's
it's like,
pretty good.
Right.
Yeah, she sniffs everything. It's me like going, hurry up, stop sniffing. She's a hunting dog, so she wants to sniff
You a
every
harness
tree.
gal?
She wants to. Nah, we're not harness people.
Oh.
No, you didn't mean with the dog.
I'm not a harness person, and she ain't a harness dog.
Right, okay,
Fair
gotcha.
enough.
Well, thanks for
Like-
clearing that up.
Mother
We are
like
a
daughter.
non-harness family, is what you need to say.
But she's a possum chaser, and we've
yep.
got no possums at our place anymore, and she's lost her little friends. So she she gets out the gate, she's like, "Find me a possum."
You still got the rats?
No rats.
Oh, the rats
That
are
was
gone.
the old house.
Ah, right,
Now
the
mice.
rat infestation. And you just moved out. You let them have the house.
Sure did.
You
Take
win-
over, Stuart Little.
You
It's
win
all
this
yours.
round. We're out.
Yep. No, that was the old house. Couldn't get rid of them.
Hey, guys, we've got a massive show coming up today. Mason Cox, the one-gloved Mason Cox is going to be joining us after 7 this morning.
Loves an accessory, our mate.
Doesn't he just?
Why is he wearing
I'm
a
very
glove?
curious about the glove. Got some intel.
Why
on
is
it.
he wearing it?
He sustained a hand injury of sorts.
Oh, right.
So I believe it's sort of protecting
Oh.
the
Are
hand.
we going to see some glove merchandise
I
with
hope
Coxie
so.
on it?
Can you imagine? You can get the double. You get the glasses and the glove.
Can
Two
you
for
buy me
one.
a Cox glove for Christmas? It doesn't have the same ring to it, does it?
Doesn't roll off the tongue.
No, maybe some merch, yeah. All right,
Looking forward to seeing Mace.
Yes, he had an absolute cracker on the weekend. He's going to be joining us after 7 this morning. $5,000 question on the way as well. Also, we're going to be probing the Popo.
Yeah, because you've had a situation.
Yes, yep.
There was a situation in my street too. I know you're the only one that thinks you had a situation.
Oh, do you have the cops around?
On the group chat of my street,
Yeah.
one of the older ladies posted that someone walked in through her gate. It's all on camera. Walks up to her front door, looks inside her Nike runners to see what size they are, and took off with them. Controversy.
The runners.
Ran off with the runners, the pink runners.
I've seen this footage. Actually,
It's
you know
very
what? Can you
strange.
show Clint the footage? I'd like to see if he thinks it's a guy or a girl in the cameras.
Yeah, we couldn't work it out if someone
Yeah,
was
we've
stealing
got
some
our-
runners for his misso
We've got our reasons
or
of
if she
what
was
we
stealing
think.
them for herself.
Yeah. Have a look at the footage and
Has he
make
got a
the-
fetish?
Well, no, I mean, I think he's...
Or is he?
or she probably just needing shoes. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But she has runners on in the video.
I was down at the cop shop yesterday. Actually, I'll give you a rundown of what unfolded coming up after one song. Hey, also, guys,
Just
What do you
picks
think?
them up and.
guy or girl?
Checks the size though.
Oh, I think it's a girl because the person is wearing jodhpurs.
That's what I said. It's capri
Exactly.
pants.
It's a jodhpur.
That's what we think. Like a legging?
Yeah. Detective Stanaway says jodhpur
Yep.
equals female.
Senior Sergeant Tom Croydon, I agree.
Yeah, I think it's female.
Throw the book at him. Every female is a suspect.
Someone once came through my gate, took a pot plant out of the pot and took the ceramic pot.
Really?
Yeah, off my front doorstep.
Pots can be expensive.
They are
Yeah.
very
I
spenny.
bought a plant for someone at the nursery before and they told me the pot's not included.
Those
And then they told me the
fiberglass.
price and I was like, oh,
The
Yeah.
fiberglass ones are very.
They left my plant
spenny.
though.
terracotta will get you.
Yeah, they're expensive. I was filthy about it.
This is pretty random, but 13, 24, 10. So we've got a pot plant and sneakers. What's the most random thing that's been stolen from you?
Yeah, off your doorstep.
Yeah.
I also
just your
once
house, just-
ordered some shoes on the internet and they got on the camera, you could see them get delivered in a package and someone came and stole the package that hadn't even been opened and then they had opened it and they returned them. Like they didn't like what they found. And so the package came
Not for
back
me.
ripped open with
How
the shoes back
offensive.
in the box. I was like, oh my gosh.
We lost a lasagna.
Oh, that's understandable.
Where was it stolen from?
When we had Archie, like a lot of people were bringing food around, like, hey, you guys got 3 kids now, you'd be busy, and they were leaving food on the doorstep. And there was like Amazon packages and they were left there.
I'd go the lasagna too.
Yeah, exactly.
Same.
Yeah.
Was it a Peter Booch lasagna? Or
Yeah, it was.
Peter Booch, yeah, yum.
Yep, there's $900 on pasta. We got footy tomorrow. I keep forgetting.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, it's a big week
Yeah.
of footy
Anzac Eve.
starting on Wednesday.
Yep.
Oh, jeez, I forgot about that as well.
It's Clint v. Lauren.
It is too.
Richmond v. Melbourne.
Yeah, big
Battle
one.
of the Burbs.
Got a feeling I know who's going to win.
Who?
I don't think it's going to be me.
They're a bit wounded, your Tigers.
You never know. You never know. My super coach tips are in the Herald Sun on a Thursday. If you want to check it out, Lauren was having a look last week. I'm not going too bad,
Yeah,
Which
you're
is
right
a
up
shock.
on the pace.
which is quite a shock.
Usually the ones that don't know much tend to do pretty well.
Yeah,
Thank
dumb luck.
you.
Tipping stakes.
Hey, so yesterday I was saying how I started the day walking out to my car at 4:30, and I was like, "What? I've left the door open. This is random."
Yeah.
Like the door was slightly ajar. I opened the door, and someone had gotten in and ransacked the car.
That's
and
so annoying.
oh, it was
In your driveway, on your property.
that's what it was. Like, so I think,
Because I've left mine on the street before unlocked, and I'm like, oh, it's been ransacked, and I'm like, I deserve that.
yeah.
I should have locked the car.
So I thought, yeah, I don't think anything was stolen. Maybe a pair of sunnies, but that's what it was. It was more the eerie feeling that someone's gone through the gate, they're on our property, and they're going through the car. I swung past Sandy Police Station yesterday just to report it, and I was like, do I even bother? But
Well,
I
if
did-
you've got vision of them, I always think it's good because they could be like criminals doing much worse than that.
she's spot on. Columbo was the one that encouraged me to go
Yeah.
and do it because at least that
If
way,
you've
if they've
got the
taken
vision.
if they've taken more from other houses, then they can use that
What do
as
they say?
evidence.
On Crime Stoppers, they say something like, no piece of information is too small.
Exactly. What did Maggie say at the police station?
She was there. She was
Yeah.
like, "Hello." I was like, "Hello, Maggie, big fan." Firstly, I felt stupid enough being there over it, and then they went, "We're going to send out the forensic unit this
Oh,
afternoon."
no. What, did you have anything
forensic
stolen
van.
in the end? Was anything
forensic
actually
van.
taken? Because yesterday morning you
Forensic
you thought your wallet was gone, and then you called your
No.
wife, and she said, no, it's here at home.
van. Nothing was taken. Nothing was taken.
There was
but,
nothing worthy
but
in the car.
full forensic van came out, which, like, good on them. That was great. And I kept saying, "I'm like,
It must
guys,
be a quiet day. I don't think they're doing
no,
that
they were
if there's
busy.
a lot on.
They were busy.
Can the forensic van do normal policing stuff like pull people over, you reckon?
Yeah, you had guns.
You
Like
reckon?
they had guns
They
and
had
stuff. Yeah,
guns?
they had guns. Yeah,
Oh.
tasers, had all the
They're
gear.
funny little duster for the fingerprints.
That's the main thing they do, the fingerprints. But there's fingerprints all over cars.
Well,
isn't there?
the van rocked up and he got out with this little fingerprint bag, and I'm like, really? You need a full van for the little fingerprint?
And then he goes, these fingerprints look like they belong to an 8-year-old. And you're like, oh, no, that's just my kid who gets in and out of the car every day.
Well, I looked at the car and I'm like, what are you going to get? There's no fingerprints on there. And the cop just sort of looked at it and he got a little torch out and he goes, yeah, no, we got some good ones
Yeah,
here.
they know.
Straight away. And I was like, I can't see anything. What are you looking at? And then they dust it.
Yeah, they know.
And then, boom, the full sleeve of the perp leaning up against the car.
What?
has-
The what?
Perp?
Perp.
The perp?
The
As in
perpetrator. You've been watching too many crime
Oh,
shows.
my God.
The full sleeve of the perp.
That's how we refer to
Oh,
it.
my God. Mall cops here. Mall cop.
Perp.
That's how we refer to them.
Yeah.
Who's we?
Cops
In the
and I.
force?
Yeah.
Oh
in the
my
force.
God. Yeah, what happened to the perp?
So they've got
Oh, my God.
they've got the full sleeve and the fingerprints of the perp. And I said to him, do you need my fingerprints to eliminate
yeah,
them
good,
from the
good
door?
call.
What,
Good
they
call.
think that they're going to come and arrest you in your own home for breaking into your own car?
Well, he said, no, we actually don't get your fingerprints. It's more about we put any fingerprint we got, we just put in the system.
Yeah, oh,
and
yeah,
that
you're
might
in the
be
system
flagged.
now, Dal.
And I said, so hang on. If, for
Yeah.
example, my wife has done a massive crime in the past and you've got her prints on file
And they're looking for her.
and her prints on the door, he goes, it's going to light up like a Christmas tree.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
They're not just bringing the perp down,
they're bringing everyone down.
they're bringing the whole institution down. So nothing got stolen, but you had the forensic van. Is that
The full forensic van was out there. They got photo. They were great. And they just said, look, at the end of the day, I know, you're not really caring, but think about, if other people in the
Yeah.
street get done. And
Yeah.
he said 9 times out of 10, like he goes, because we've fingerprinted the whole like jacket and everything, he goes, when we get these people, and it might be in a month's time, $20 says they're wearing the same jacket that they've robbed other places
Yeah,
with.
yeah, yeah.
What do
crazy.
they say? If you see it, say it.
Oh, be alert, not alarm. No,
Ah, that was
No,
the
no.
terrorism.
be alert,
one.
not
That's,
alarm.
yeah, no.
Oh.
Yeah.
Isn't that just crime
It
in
wasn't
general?
terrorism, was it? No.
I think it's crime in
Yeah,
general.
just crime.
crime,
Yeah.
like with the perps.
Upgrade for an extra 50 cents. No, that's McDonald's. All right, okay. Tanya, on 13/24/10, what's the most random thing you have had taken from your place?
We had a ceramic. It was actually a concrete dog.
A concrete dog?
It looked life size of a pity. named it and everything, and someone stole it from their
Yeah.
property.
Is that like when people have lions on their gates?
Yes.
Big concrete lions.
Yep.
Someone stole the pitty. The
Yep.
life-size concrete pit bull.
So was it like attached to a fence or anything? Like it wasn't
No,
concrete?
it was just sitting at the front door. We had him sitting at the front door. We named him everything. And we
Yeah.
come home one day,
Your concrete
and
pet.
Patch was
You know
gone.
what? That sounds like a few people
What
with
was he
a
called, Tanya?
couple of milkshakes in them.
We called him Patch because he had a black eye.
Oh, did Patch ever
Oh.
come home?
No.
Oh, sorry about that.
Poor Pat.
Patch is in a
Never
million
s-
pieces at the local park.
Patch
That's what
was
I reckon.
never
But what are you
seen
doing
him.
with Patch? Seriously.
Oh, imagine that someone's got a belly full of cans and they're like, get the dog,
Oh, that,
get the
yeah.
dog.
All right, let's go to Sunshine now. Deep, good morning. Someone stole something off you?
Yeah, morning, long time listener, first time caller.
Ah,
we had
Good on you, Deep.
Good on you, brother.
we had a heap of plants put in, like nice flowers, like all colourful, stage by stage sort of thing in the front sort of garden there. Over a space of 3 months, we had some old lady come past and take all the colours out one by one. So in a space of 3 months, the whole front garden bed was empty.
There is a big market for people stealing plants from people's garden. My girlfriend had her whole front garden landscaped with all these trees, and overnight these two men came and they dug them all up
With spades.
with spades
I've got a question.
and took the little mini baby trees.
What?
There's
Yeah,
one of
probably
our
repotted them and resold them.
one of our neighbours has actually put in like a full garden bed on the nature strip. You know, like the grass on the nature strip.
Community garden.
Well, yeah, that's what I was going to
Love that.
ask. Is that free reign?
Yeah, yeah.
Can I come around with a shovel if it's on the nature
I
strip?
mean, I wouldn't. That'd be bad community spirit.
yeah,
if
especially
you
when we have
did
a
that.
forensic van around. It's not
Some
a good-
woman got pinged for stealing somebody's azaleas. You know, like snipping them.
Yeah,
Really?
it happens all
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah,
My-
out of someone's front garden.
Hey.
Or if you steal the lemons off the lemon tree that are overhanging the fence.
Imagine
Oh,
that.
you can't do that.
What?
Apparently
Even if
not,
they're
not
over the
allowed
nature
to.
strip.
What?
It's theft.
On the Stonington Facebook page at the moment, there's an issue with someone who's been trimming natives
Oh,
that
I'm
are
sorry.
hanging over the fence.
Sharon, the neighbour, I love you to bits, but those limes come over the tree.
They're mine.
They're in my vodka lime and soda.
Vodka
Thank
lime
you.
and soda,
Yeah.
thank
Yep.
you.
Let's go to Lee to wrap things up. Lee, most random thing that's been taken from your place. What did the perp take?
Mate, I've got a bit of a unique situation here. So you know the dark world of council collection from the front, mate.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Hard rubbish.
Hard rubbish. Yeah, I had a large glass table, really nice. Would have gone out the back of someone's backyard. They've actually someone's picked it up, put it on their ute, done a blocky and gone, yeah, don't really want this, and then put it back.
Oh, they returned it. Like
Yep.
they borrowed it from the hard rubbish shop.
You know what that
but
would have
maybe
been?
they took it home and didn't fit.
No, that would have been, hey, babe, it's me. Guess what I've just picked up?
Yeah.
We don't need that.
Yes.
Put it back.
Put it back.
You can
At-
imagine it. That's
At least they put it back on the right property, not just dumped it in someone else's hard
yeah,
rubbish.
poor Lee's thinking, thank God that table's gone.
So have your cops cracked the code? The perp? They caught it?
Haven't caught the perp yet.
Okay.
I'll find out.
There
Well,
was multiple.
We'll find out in a couple of days if the fingerprints come up in the system.
We got a match.
So we might have a match. And
Bing,
we'll
bing, bing.
find out if my wife's been honest about her past.
I'd be more concerned about yours than Liz.
Oh, don't you worry, I am. Comedian Aj Barker has made headlines over the last 24 hours, guys.
Hasn't he just?
Melbourne International Comedy Festival. Aj was doing a show. During the show, he claims he politely asked a mum who was in there with her baby trying to breastfeed to get up and leave the show because he says the baby was disrupting the comedy show.
Yeah, he said it was disrupting his train of thought. It's an interesting one. I mean, it was all over the news last night. It's sort of been everywhere in the last 24 hours. The mum has spoken out a lot. She was on the project last night. She was
Yep.
on A Current Affair.
I've got to hear on the project last night. Take a listen.
And I'm just going to pop her on for a feed, I'm sorry.
Yep, go for your life.
So I sort of just said, do you actually want me to leave? And he didn't hear me, so I repeated it. And he was like, yes. But then he threw back to the crowd and said, basically it was trying to get their support to say, get out. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's the bit that's really not right.
Yeah, I think that was on A Current Affair last night with Ali Langdon. And the baby was getting a bit grizzly and unsettled. And so she just said, do you mind if I quickly feed during this interview? Which is great. Like, women should be able to feed wherever. That baby relies on that milk to be able to feed. The controversies come in, firstly, Clint, sorry to cut you off, is because he asked her to leave.
Yeah.
Some people in the audience were saying, well, the baby was actually really disruptive. She said the baby was just gurgling and being a baby. Then Arj spoke out and said, well, actually, I've got an over 16 policy on the show. I think feeding babies are exempt to those rules, though.
Yeah, they are.
So there's been, is there places that babies shouldn't be? I don't know. I've never had.
Look,
I know we've got laws here that protect breastfeeding mums that babies can go wherever they go.
I get it. If the baby was crying and disrupting the show constantly, then okay, yeah, there's an issue for paying customers. However, I'm not surprised that this has happened because Arj Barker, I find, is a bit of a knob. Like, I met him years ago. He came into a Brisbane radio station I was working at. He strolled in late for an interview, live on air, walks in with his sunglasses on, and anyone that wears sunglasses inside's a knob in my books, and then rolled in with his best mate and just put him on the air.
No, that's weird.
And just had this real arrogance. But he just had this real arrogance about him.
I think just reading between the lines, there's a way to deal with the situation.
Yeah.
And Arj probably didn't deal with the situation very well.
He doubled down the next day.
He made a joke of this mum.
Yeah.
And that's what I don't like.
Yeah,
I'm the
he
same.
embarrassed her.
You know, these things happen. And you know what? Good on her for getting out and about. She's a new mum. She wants to experience these things. She shouldn't be denied these things. But don't make a joke out of her.
Yeah, don't embarrass her. I actually heard Tommy Little yesterday, who's a really successful comedian, and he was saying, you know, this has happened to me before in my shows, and I will always, if it becomes something that you can tell people are noticing, he always says to the mum, please don't feel like you have to sit in your seat. If you need to get up and bounce your baby and walk around, like you do whatever you need to do to make yourself comfortable, or don't feel rude if you need to leave. Like I'm cool with it. So I think it's the way that it was handled that's not right in this situation. But
And just for him to come out and double down the next day and not go, okay, you know what, in hindsight, maybe I could have dealt with it differently. It was just like he backed himself in. It was just like, mate, read the room. Read the room.
100%.
There's a bunch of conflicting information coming out of what actually happened.
I'll
that
tell you
night.
what, though, when we were watching the project last night,
The baby was not happy.
The baby wasn't happy and it started crying. And Lou, my wife, and I were on the couch and we're like, do not wrap her up now. You cannot wrap her up now. You keep her on the telly as long as she wants to stay there.
Yeah, the baby was no happy on a current affair. Ali was like, I get it. It's witching hour. Like, why don't you let's just, go and have fun with your little girl and try and settle the baby.
On the project, they were like, maybe the baby wants to see Dad. And she passed him off to Dad, and the mum's doing the interview. And Lou and I were like, you can imagine Dad right now in the front yard. Hurry up, wrap up that interview. Babies are hungry.
It was a very vocal baby on the TV last night, that's for sure. There has been drama at Domino's.
Oh, no.
Domino's is not my go-to pizza of choice, just putting it out there, but it is apparently in Mount
Cheesy crust.
Gambier.
Yeah, I mean, late night, it's all right.
Can I recommend one thing?
Late
Can
night.
you buy a slice? I like those places where you can just buy the one, like, American slice of pizza.
Try the chocolate lava cake.
From Domino's.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What's that all about?
I don't know.
A microwave type.
I think in pizza places, you got to stick to the pizza.
Oh, they've gone way
fancy?
too broad now. There's like chicken bites and bloody turkey balls, and I'm just like,
Yeah, just do the pizza well.
Well, this guy did not do the pizza well at Domino's, a Domino's store in South Australia. Catherine Pickles, a grandmother.
What? That's her name.
Her name's Catherine Pickles.
Kay Pickles.
Isn't that the cutest name you've ever heard? She sounds like a cartoon character.
She get herself into a pickle.
She got herself into a pickle, Clint. Catherine Pickles claimed that the $12 pizza delivered to her doorstep appeared to be two different pizzas put together as one. Now, if you see the photo of this pizza, it looks like there's like 2 or 3 pieces that someone's had, and then they've gone, oh, there's 3 pieces left in this pizza. We'll just put them together and make it look like a whole
Push
pizza.
it together, merge it.
But then the pieces are too
dodgy.
big. It doesn't fit.
Oh, it looks a little skew-if,
Yeah.
but you'd still eat it, surely.
It definitely is 2 pizzas put together. There's absolutely no doubt about it. It's got to be. Anyway, she went down, Miss Pickles, went down to Domino's in Mount Gambier and confronted the owner, and things didn't end well.
She hit record, capturing the moment she claims he threw the pizza at her.
You don't argue with the customer, mate. You got no idea.
What do you mean no idea? Can you see this?
Are you serious? You know what?
If you don't get out, I'm going to smash your face.
Oh,
Okay, well, that's unacceptable.
Whoa.
So the owner of the store has said in this particular instance,
Was that on a current affair?
I let my emotions get the better of me, but that is no excuse.
by the looks of it,
My
your tummy
behaviour
got the
was
better of you as well.
unacceptable.
You ate half the pizza.
So did she stomp her way down and throw the pizza,
Yeah.
did she?
She
Can I
did.
give you a
So
tip?
I think she got the pizza delivered, and then Miss Pickles got in her car and drove back in a. It just you can't be doing that though.
Here's a tip. You ever want to
Poor Miss Pickles.
eat someone's pizza without them knowing, right? You got the round pizza. You just do a slit down the middle.
Yes.
Right? Like imagine a ruler, right? Slit down the middle. You take that piece out and then you push the two sides together.
Right. How do you know
so you don't
about
take
this?
a piece and then push it all
No,
together.
don't. No, that people say that doesn't match up.
Because someone
like a
around here was
straight
saying
line
that
down
happens
the
all
side.
the time.
Like a long strip.
A long strip. Take that out and then push the two sides together.
What
We
if you
should
want
try
more-
it.
What if you want more than a long strip?
We should try
We
it.
should
Lauren.
try it.
And if we're going to order pizza to try it, we have to do it on the work card because we're doing it on the air.
Yeah.
Tax deductible.
Ching. Yeah, we should try it.
Hey, 13-24-10, fast food fiascos. Have you had a smackdown, a drive-through? Have you had a drama with Uber Eats?
I once got a pizza delivered on Uber Eats, and the guy rolled up on his push bike. It's so annoying when you see them.
When they're on the bike.
they're on a bike, and you're like, oh,
I'm
God.
dying here.
Now he's in the tunnel. He's
But they're
lost.
on the e-bikes, aren't they?
Doesn't matter.
They're a bit quicker.
I'd rather my pizza
Pedal.
not be open to the Melbourne fresh air. Anyway, this guy had it because he was on a bike, had a backpack,
Oh,
and he
no.
pulled the pizza like up vertically, like out of the back, like it was in like a book. And so the pizza was all just smashed to the bottom of the box. Even when he got to the front door and pulled it out, took his backpack off, pulled it out, I was like, dude, you cannot
and
be
he
serious.
thought it was okay. He was happy to hand it over.
Yeah.
Oh, no, get off.
13-24-10, fast food fiascos. In return, I got tickets to Niall Horan. He is almost here with his world tour, bringing some special guests as well, including Birdie, which is going to be cool. Final tickets have been released for his show at Rod Laver Arena on May 3rd and 4th. Tickets are on sale now through Ticket Tech. Give us a ring, 13-24-10, fast food fiascos.
What about those people who find like chicken heads in there?
yeah.
Oh, no.
Or remember when you threw up in the KFC drive-thru? We'll take that. That was fast food.
Oh, stop.
That was quite
Remember
a
that?
fiasco.
That
I
was a
saw
bad
it.
day.
I saw it blow by blow.
Oh,
It was not a pretty sight.
would you like fries with that? No, she's had enough. And they're in your garden bed, Colonel.
That was so bad. It was the day after my best friend's wedding. I was not in a good way.
Fast food fiasco.
What happened to your takeaway, Marianne,
Oh,
in
sorry, wrong
Geelong?
button. There we
Good
go.
morning.
Jace has built this one up, Marianne.
What happened?
We got takeaway. We got menu log. This was actually quite a while ago in COVID, and I was eating mine. And I saw this like little green thing, and I pulled it out, and I thought, "Well, oh, it's plastic," but it was actually a fingernail with a green tip on it.
Here's my question,
No,
right?
I
Here's
can't
my
do
question.
fingernails.
What
No.
was it? A fingernail with a green what?
A green tip on it.
Like a fake nail, like someone's stick on that had fallen off.
Yeah,
Ooh.
In
yeah,
all
like
honesty,
a fake nail.
if you're at a restaurant, right? Say if we're all at a restaurant, there's some other people at the table, and you find something like that in your meal, do you just put it this? Like,
No,
Okay.
not a fingernail. A fingernail
Yeah,
or a body part.
It depends what it is.
A body
'Cause
part.
I
A
will.
hair?
I'll pull the strand of hair out and I'll just let it go.
Sa-
I'll let
same
it
here.
sail through the
Same
keeper.
here. I'm like, I don't want to cause a drama, or I'm hungry. I'm
But
just
a
going to eat.
nail?
A fingernail. No,
A
that's
nail,
not
that's going back.
It's like finding a Band-Aid.
Oh, no.
I said, I think I'd power on until I found the second body part. And then I'd go, okay, I'll call
What,
it.
A
you-
finger. Oh,
So-
it's a nail, but the
Hang
finger's
on,
not
hang
attached.
on.
It's fine.
You'd happily eat the bolognese
With a nail in it.
with a nail in it.
Well, I've got the nail. I've caught it. It's out.
But there could be 5 more in there.
Yeah, could, should, would.
As if you're such a grumpy old man. If you had a nail in your bolognese, remember when you got the dumplings? What happened to your dumpling? There was an issue with your dumplings once.
What happened to your dumplings?
I can't remember.
There's a staple in my
There wasn't
dumplings once. They disappeared.
Where'd they go?
There's only 20 in the pack.
All right, John from Hillside. Good morning. What happened to you?
So we were leaving a friend's wedding, and we decided to pull into our local McDonald's on the way home, and we asked for extra pickles because my daughter, she's just a pickle freak, so she eats nothing but pickles. So there's like a ton of pickles all the time on her burger, and when this particular time of like, you know, instead of giving her a cup of pickles like usually, just whack them on the burger, and he's like, nah, well, we can't do that. And I said, well, you do it any other time. There's no issues now. And
Yep.
yeah, needless to say, there was no pickles. I walked inside. He still refused to give me the extra pickles. I said, well, then give me the cup of pickles. He wasn't doing that either. And then he skid out of the drive-through and started getting a bit of an attitude. And
Oh, no.
because I was half drunk, I decided, well, I'll take that as a personal challenge. I took the shirt off. And
You got in a fight at McDonald's over a pickle.
In the waiting bay.
A cup of pickles. I was not having it. I was not letting my daughter go without her pickles.
You took your shirt off.
I mean, I still had a singlet on underneath, but...
But does that mean business? What does that mean if you're taking your shirt off but leaving your singlet on because you wouldn't want your chest to get cold? It's like you got your singy on and then you're fighting over pickles.
I've seen some things in the waiting bay over the years.
Oh, yeah.
But I've never seen a bloke rip his shirt off.
With his little bottom singlet. Doesn't want to get a cold. Doesn't want to get a sniffle.
You ever go through the drive-through at 3 o'clock in the morning and offer the Uber driver or the taxi driver, do you want some nuggets?
Do you want a fillet of fish?
Yeah. No, I just want you to get out of my car.
It's always a veiled offer, like a cheeseburger.
Yeah.
You can have a cheeseburger.
Never heard of someone ordering a cup of pickles. The other day, I popped into the pharmacy to grab something, and there was some commotion going on at the pharmacy. It was one of those, pharmacies are like huge these days. So I walked in. The front of the pharmacy is like a gift shop.
It is, isn't
it? You could literally buy a wedding present, birthday present, Mother's Day present, whatever you wanted there. Then you get to the back, and there's where the pharmacist is. There's sort of the cosmetics, and there's the medicines.
You can get your injections there, can't you?
Yeah, you can get your vaccines. I think it depends which pharmacy you're at. Anyway, there was about 8 people standing around this corner of the pharmacy, and I was like, it's none of my business, but what's going on over there? So I was
rat tests
wandering around. Yeah, no, it wasn't like they were fighting over any. Well, they kind of were. So I was like, I'm just going to walk past this way, pretend I'm looking at the Maybelline, and work out what's going on over here. And it was a woman.
You are such a sticky bag.
Oh, full rubberneck. I was like, ooh. It was obvious that there was something going on. And other people were walking past also being like, oh,
are you getting more sticky beaky in your older age?
Oh, she is.
No, you know what? I think in my old age, I care less about things. I'm just like, get out of my way. I'm in a rush. I want to pay for my cold and flu and get out of here.
Yeah,
but I was like, this is looking like something worth talking
There's
about.
a level of intensity about it.
Yeah. So I walked past, and it was a woman getting her ears pierced.
Oh, yeah.
An adult woman, and her daughter had taken her to get her ears pierced. And at this pharmacy, it was like a 19-year-old with the gun, the ear piercing gun. And she'd already pierced this woman's ears, and she was looking in the mirror, and the lady was like, it's too low. You've pierced it too low. I don't
get the little texture out.
What do you mean low?
She thought it was too close to the bottom of her lobe. And the woman was like, well, I put that it's exactly where we marked it. And then she said, yeah, but I don't, it's too low. And they were like, okay.
Well, that's on you. You saw the marking.
Well, what are you going to do about it? And they were like, well, the earring's in. It's been pierced. So by this stage, the manager's there. There's like 6 of them standing
Give her a free
around.
bottle of J-Lo Glow and send her on her way.
She said, no, I want you to do it again. And they were like, but you've already got the hole. You can't do it again. And by this stage, I was like fully sitting there with my popcorn, just watching, like, how's this going to end? And so she said, no, I want it higher. I need you to do it again. And the girl was like, well, if I do it again, you're going to end up potentially with a giant hole, because if the 2 holes merge.
One of those holes.
Yeah. She was like, I'm not.
She'll put the full ring in.
They freak me out, those rings.
Aren't they called spaces or something?
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
You get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah, like that. And she was like, I'm not doing it again. And the lady was like, no, I want you to take it out and do it again. Anyway, they had a full blow up, and the only thing they could resolve, she had to get it taken out. She had to go home for a month and let it heal, and then she was going to come back and get a complimentary ear piercing.
God, you really had your head in there, didn't you?
Yeah.
Like, listen to all the details that you
I was
picked
like,
up on.
this is drama.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how hard were you holding back yourself to give an opinion?
Yeah, I was going to jump in and be like, well, I was actually going to say I think it's in the perfect spot, because I felt so bad for the lady with the ear gun. And I didn't want her to do it again.
Did you get your belly button done?
Oh,
No.
you would have been a little dotty crop top back in the day.
No.
With the belly button and a little diamante on there.
100%.
I went with my friend to
With
get
a
hers
chain.
done, and we were going to get them done together, and we'd done fake signatures to say we were over 17 or whatever you had to be.
You have to be over 17.
Something like that. Yeah,
Right.
without a parent.
Right.
And we didn't have a parent, so we did our parent signatures. And I watched Georgie get hers done, and I fainted.
So poor
So I
Georgie's
never got
walking
mine
around
done.
with a bloody Klein's diamante on there. And,
And
you
not me. No, I fainted. They were like, you're not getting any piercings today, love.
Siren, Collingwood with a 3rd win of the season, but it's a mighty win. Is it a season-defining win? The Pies too good. 42-point winners.
That's right. From the Collingwood Football Club, Mason Cox is in the house. Coxie.
Morning, legends. How are we?
Nice win, brother.
Morning, big man.
Mark.
Nice
Appreciate
win.
it. Yeah, it was good. It's good to get a little a win at the MCG in front of 65,000.
The coach looked very happy with you.
Yeah, he's happy with the team, I think. Scoring 100 and something points is always a good sign. And Port Adelaide, number 3 on the ladder at the time, is a good win.
Are you back?
Yes.
Are the Magpies back?
We're back.
I don't think we ever left, to be honest.
They're back, baby. They're back.
It's been an interesting start. A lot of criticism and stuff to the start. Now we're 3-3, and everyone seems to have a totally different mindset around it. It's funny how things change very quickly.
Oh, mate, supporters are so fair weather, aren't they? I'm one of them as well when it comes to the Tigers. I'm like, oh, they're no good, but then they'll be winning, and I'm like the biggest fan.
To be fair, though, your mannerisms have changed in the last 3 weeks too. Like, you could see the stress on yourself and the players after coming off a few losses.
I think it's just one of those things that you value it so highly and you work so hard for it, and whenever it doesn't kind of pan out the way you want it to, it's frustrating. But
absolutely,
you just have to have faith in the course of where you're going and everything else. And you get reminded everywhere you go. The shops, the supermarkets, everything else, and what's going on. When are we going to get a win? All this kind of stuff happens on a daily basis.
The size of a high rise, you sort of stand out. So
no, but it is funny how people talk to players. Like when we flew up to Brisbane, and I flew. I was sitting next to Tom Hawkins before the Cats game, and as we were getting off the plane, someone came up to him and said, "I flew all this way to come and watch you play. You better win," and stormed off. And
that's
Tom was
aggressive.
like, what?
It's pretty normal.
Like it's pretty full on how people talk to you guys, isn't it?
Was that Tom's wife?
It was me. It was me actually.
Yeah, it is interesting. I don't know. I think there's we're all ordinary people. Like we go and shop for our groceries at the same grocery store and everything else. So I guess there's a lot more interaction between just normal people and us that maybe athletes in different countries and stuff would have. So. Yeah, you get all different types of people from all different types of backgrounds that come and say hi. So.
Anyone thrown you shade that you had to bite your tongue over?
Oh, every day almost.
I remember
how many people hate Collingwood. I mean, you can imagine how many people would come up and say something.
I remember a lady coming up to me in a shop. My wife was with me as well, and she goes, "I promised myself if I ever met you, I'd come and tell you how much I hate you."
Oh, great. Thanks.
So lovely.
Was that your wife?
No, I didn't say anything, but my wife unleashed on her.
Oh, did she? It's often the partners and the people around the players that
stick
get
up for them.
Yeah, want when that lady said it to Tom, I was like, "Excuse me."
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
Sorry.
Are we going to talk about the...
Yeah, I've been a bit concerned about you, Mace. I'm worried about you.
What's happened?
Here's a snippet from the post-match interviews on the weekend where the issue of the glove came up.
What's happening here?
It's an old injury that's probably lingered on for a while. They discussed the glove today and whatnot, which was quite interesting, but a lot of boys give me a bit of dick about going to play 18 holes later with golf. So, but no, it was something. I've got a cast underneath it, so it's just kind of something the AFL approved for me to be able to wear.
So my intel is such that apparently, you had to get it ticked off by the AFL. Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that because, true or false, you couldn't find a glove big enough for your hand?
Yeah, it was the whole O.J. Simpson issue.
Really?
Because you've got a big hand.
I got a massive mitt, dude. It's almost twice as big as yours, I feel like.
My God.
I mean, my second knuckle is where your finger finishes.
Clint's hand looks like a child.
Yeah.
So what happened?
Essentially the day before the game, I just went to Drummond Golf and just picked up
It actually is a golf
golf club I could get.
Is it a golf club?
Yeah, it's a golf club. Yeah. Just picked up the biggest one I could get. And because the AFL only has 5 or 6 gloves you can wear, and none of those came in the size that would fit me. So I'd have to cut the fingers off.
Oh my gosh! If you turned up in fingerless gloves, like my grandpa when he used to drive the Ford Falcon,
or a bikie.
Yeah, well, Sam Newman always
drove
in
those. The guy that shows up to the gym
gloves.
to bench 100 kilos.
Have you ever thought about an oven mitt?
But in all seriousness, did you have a hard? Do you have to have a hard guard or something under it?
Yeah, there's a little plastic kind of thing I tape underneath it, and it just kind of keeps it all in place. So probably 30 minutes for the game, I'm sitting there with boiling water and this little cast thing trying to make a cast out of this.
Really?
Don't the doctors do that for you?
They did, but I just wanted to change it a little bit before the game.
Hang on,
so it wasn't 100%
plaster
well.
of Paris sort of style, molding.
No, you just put like water, hot water, and then it kind of molds it. Goes soft.
It's like a disposable mouth guard. You know, you go to the pharmacy, you have to put them in hot water,
and the guys at the club have had a field day with it.
Oh yeah, of course. Well, I didn't wear it till our captain's run, and then everyone's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm gonna wear this on the weekend." I think. They're like, "How many accessories are you gonna get this year?"
I said we can monetize this. We can do a Mason Cox 2-for-1. You can get the glasses and the glove.
Yeah.
There you
What
go.
do you think?
I'm in. I don't know how to do this, but I'm sold. Let's make millions.
Do you actually play golf?
Yes, I do. I'm getting into it. I'm actually going to Live Golf next weekend. Yeah.
Oh, you
Which is cool.
that looks
So that's gonna be fun. Tom's nice
You should
performing.
take your glove.
Fisher. Yeah, I will. I'm gonna play
Shake
a little
some
bit of golf
hands.
and shake some. Yeah, maybe that's it.
So you can do that because you're playing on Anzac Day.
On
It's
Thursday,
a
yeah.
huge game for you guys. Do the club do something like special or significant in the lead up to Anzac Day?
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what we'll do today, but usually we have someone in that's got a bit of history with it, or go over to the Anzac Memorial, which is on the other side of the Botanical Garden where we train. So we usually do something. I'm not sure what it's going to be this year, but we do pay tribute beforehand to kind of make sure everyone understands how important of a day it is, and how fortunate we are to be able to represent them on the day with playing a football game.
It's one of the good dates on the AFL calendar, isn't it?
The AFL do Anzac Eve and Anzac Day. In fact, the whole Anzac round very, very well. It's a very respectful service before the match.
Yeah, I believe Zach Merritt, the Essendon captain, and Darcy Moore are heading to the RAAF facility at Point Cook today to launch the match.
Oh, thank you, Clint.
There you
Thanks
go.
for that info.
You know what his captain's doing.
There you go. That's where you'll find him.
Oh,
you need to
good.
give him a buzz.
There you go. Point Cook.
The Pies are back. And hopefully another win coming our way this week. Good on you, Mace. Cheers for coming in, brother.
Back
Thanks
on.
as always.
Good luck,
No.
Mace.
Back on the
I
bandwagon.
never left.
It got a little bumpy there, and he's like, oh.
So embarrassing.
I never
The
left.
Giants have got a nice song.
Play it cool, guys. Popo's in the house.
You best start talking. Jason Lawrence.
Answer me!
Probe the Popo.
Tell me what you know.
I got to say, one of my favourite segments we do on the show.
Yeah, we do it every week. We have a police officer come in.
Yep.
And I love it because it's helping me overcome my, not phobia, but if I see a police car on the road, I automatically think I'm doing
panic.
something wrong and I panic.
Why? What do you got in the back seat?
Nothing.
Glove box?
You sure?
No, and
Centre
I'm the
console?
slowest driver in the world, so I don't know what I'm stressing
You
about.
are slow.
Under one of the mats.
Except then you told me you can get fined for driving too slow.
Well, let's check that. Acting Commander Adrian Healy is joining us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
First off, can she get booked if she goes too slow?
Well, you could be accused of causing a bit of a disruption to the flow of
Right.
traffic. So technically you
That's her
could,
driving
but
in general.
rarely do we.
Yeah. When I was driving to work this morning, someone was driving way too slow, and I wish I was a police officer to book them. They were driving at the same speed as the tram in the lane next to the tram. And I was like, no! You got to
Get
overtake
ahead
the
of the
tram.
tram. Get ahead of the tram.
Top brass, you are. I'm like, look at all the
I know.
badges on the.
You got some bling.
So, where do you sit on the tree?
So I'm an acting commander, so I'm sitting under the commissioner level. So
Wow.
we
Wow.
have 3 tiers of commissioner, the assistant, deputy, and chief. So
Whoa.
yeah,
You'd have a good parking spot at work, I reckon.
I do have a parking spot, but yeah. thanks.
So where are you based? Which station?
Currently, I'm down at Dandenong, which is the headquarters for Southern Metro. So
Yeah.
Victoria has 4 regions, and I'm in one of those regions.
Do you get moved around a lot, or once you're at a state, is it like Blue Heelers where they never left Mount Thomas Police Station?
You could do that, yeah. Yeah, not like the army where you do get moved around, so you can plot your pathway and career
Right.
once you've sort of graduated from the academy.
I was saying to you off the air, your crew at Sandy Police Station have been amazing. We had a little drama earlier this week. Someone climbed the fence at our joint and ransacked our car at like midnight. And I was saying yesterday, we were talking about this yesterday on the show, and I'm like, oh, do I go and report it? Nothing's really missing. And Lauren was the one that was like, no, go and report it, especially if you got footage on your cameras.
Had footage.
Yeah.
So my concern was maybe they didn't get anything from Jase, but they might have gone to the house next door and taken all of their belongings. So if you've got vision of someone doing something wrong, should you hand it over to the police or should you just go whatever?
Yeah, look, we do appreciate you reporting it because it does paint a picture of the crime that's happening in your area, and we're as willing to make your area as safe as you would want it to be too. So reporting it is certainly worthwhile, and that evidence of CCTV footage is very valuable to us.
Is this what Jase experienced? Is this common now? I hate to use the word common but it sounds like it's happening more and more and more.
Theft from motor car is a very ubiquitous and common problem, unfortunately. Yeah, it's been happening ever since cars have been around, I guess. But what we do find, Lauren, is around half the cars that do get broken into are unlocked. So,
Jason?
Jason, do you want to tell the acting commander what happened?
Because Jase said,
what happened, Jase?
The security footage didn't actually catch them breaking into the car.
Why is that?
I may have left it unlocked, but can I just say, what I felt what made us feel uncomfortable is the fact that they're coming into our property and just knowing people are milling around the front of the house. My wife went into panic mode and she's like, "Can you ask the police, where should we be putting cameras? Are cameras even, stopping these thugs?" Because, I remember we had a cop on a while back and he was saying almost sensor lights are the biggest thing, deterrent.
Yeah, we find sensor lights and dogs are the greatest preventative measure.
He's got a lizard, and the lizard didn't help. They're a reptile family, and the what's the lizard called again?
Rex. The lizard did nothing.
No.
It sat in the cage like it was
You know
stone.
what, though? If you had a snake in the car,
No,
people
I'm good.
wouldn't go near it.
You might need it patrolling the yard at night time or something.
No.
So what should people be doing? Because we hear also worrying reports of sort of car keys being flogged from inside homes. That's the really concerning one for me. Just break it down. What should people be doing to protecting themselves and their cars?
Yeah, and look, Clint, the message is very simple. It's firstly removing valuables from your car, so don't leave things in sight. Take them inside. Or
There was
hide.
a beautiful bottle of Pinot in the back that they didn't take.
Oh, you were
Thank
lucky.
God.
Yeah. So remove your valuables, and secondly, lock your car. So, and I know, it's so easy to forget, but you just need to get into that habit. And because we do know that some of these offenders have torches, so they'll look into cars to see if there's anything valuable. If there is something valuable and it's locked, they might break into it. So, of course, you have that inconvenience of getting the car repaired as well.
So my friend had his car stolen from his driveway, which we're hearing about a lot. People walking on, stealing the cars. The car he has through an app on his phone, he can see where the car is. So he saw where they parked the car and he went and stole the car back. So he called the police and they said, first of all, he called and reported the car had been stolen.
Yep.
And then they were like, okay, well, we'll look into it. And they were, because at that point they didn't know. And then he goes, oh my gosh, I can see where it is on the app. And then he called them back and he was like, I know where it is. I'm just going to go and steal it back. And they were like, well, actually, probably don't go and steal it back. We'll meet you there and then we'll work out what we do with it.
Smart.
But he had his key, so he met them there and then he just took the car back. And you know where he parked the car? In my driveway, because he didn't want them to come back to his house. And I was like, but what if they've put a tracking device on the car and now they're going to come back and steal it again?
Paranoid.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Do you hear about that stuff happening very often?
We do. A lot of cars can be tracked now when they're stolen, and we do. The advice you were given was, or your friend was given, was perfect, that we will assist in the recovery. So we wouldn't encourage people to recover
Don't steal it back.
themselves. But so getting back to your question, Clint, lock your homes as well. So we do see a lot of homes that where cars are stolen are actually unlocked as well. So we do have a night shift operation underway at the moment where we have extra police resources on the road for this very reason.
So that just reminds me. I think I've asked once before to someone higher up, but you come up with the funny little operation names.
Mm-hmm.
Operation Stinger in effect this weekend.
Well, we've got Operation Trinity going on at the moment.
What's the chance? What's the chance in getting us named after one of those operations?
What,
Operation Jason Lauren. Might be drug raids right across Victoria.
Strong.
I think Operation Jase might stick.
Do you have some intel there, do you, Jase?
He's put himself in it. Yeah, Jase.
You might be able to help us out here.
No. What were they stealing from your car the other night?
And just final thing, give us a story. Stupidest crim you've come across in your career.
Ooh.
What do you got? You would have come across some absolute beauties.
I do. This was one from a town when I was growing up, actually. There was a guy that was drink driving and he pulled into he saw the police were behind him and he sort of, panicked a bit. So he pulled into the driveway and made out he was driving home. So the police pulled up behind him. Said, what are you doing? And he said, I'm at home. And they said, you sure? And he said, yeah. And he goes, well, I don't think you are because this is my house.
Oh.
It was the policeman's house.
He just pulled into the copper's house.
Yes. So we got done for drink driving and trespassing.
Oh,
you're shit out of luck.
Eh? What are the odds?
Yeah.
That's bad luck.
What are the odds? Oh, I love that.
Hey, just before you go, I've got one quick question because this is something a lot of my friends have been doing, and that is that they're leaving their car keys near the front door because they're scared if someone breaks in, they don't want them running into the bedrooms trying to find keys. They're just there and they're like, take the keys and take the car. Should we do that?
Look, that that's up to you, but it is wise advice. And what we're seeing is often they are just after cars. So and we do advise not to confront people if you do find people breaking into your house and things. So
I'll throw the lizard at them.
Get a dog, Jase.
I got 3 kids, Clint. I am not getting a dog as well. Acting Commander Adrian Healy joining us on the air. Hey, thank you so much for coming in this morning, mate.
Thank
you guys are doing a fine job.
You do a great job.
One question. $5,000. This is Jase and Lauren's $5,000 question.
All right, Melbourne, let's do it. This is where you could win $5,000 for answering one simple question. Although there are 3 options. There's a $5,000 question, there's a $500 question, and there is a $50 question. Bonnie from Epping, you're our chosen player this morning. Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
We're good, Bonnie. We're good.
Bonnie.
What do you do with yourself?
Well, I'm a marketing manager by trade, and right now I have a group of 6 kids all standing around me waiting to hear what the question is.
All
6?
right.
You're a
She's
mother
got
of
some
6?
I don't have 6 kids, though. I've got 3. So I've got
Oh, you're borrowing
as
some.
well.
as
Where'd you get the
props.
other 3 kids from then?
My sister.
Okay.
All right, Auntie Bonnie.
All right.
Come on.
Auntie Bonnie, what are we going? Easy question for $50, a medium question for $500, or we're rolling the dice and going for $5K?
You got to roll the dice.
Yeah, you got to roll the dice.
$5,000.
Bonnie, rules are simple. Lauren's going to give you the question. You will get 3 seconds to answer. Bonnie?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
That's good.
That was
Okay,
3
Bonnie.
seconds there for a response. So you get 3 seconds. Don't let the kids throw you, all right? And the worst thing you can do is not give an answer.
Have a guess.
Yeah, even if you just got to throw something out there. Here we go.
Bonnie from Epping for $5,000. Which American state is the largest by area?
Texas?
Sorry?
Texas?
It is not Texas.
Oh, it is not Texas, but you were close.
That was
The
a good guess.
answer is Alaska.
Good guess.
There you go.
Which is more than double the size of the second largest state, which is, in fact,
Texas.
Oh, because the saying bigger than
Consolation prize
Texas.
time.
Yes.
Well, yeah. I think
Bonnie.
people forget about Alaska.
You know what?
That was a pretty good guess.
Not bad.
though.
Not bad.
Not bad,
Never
Bonnie.
mind.
One of our producers said LA, so trust me. Not bad at all.
LA?
It's close.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Not even California, just
No,
LA.
just LA.
Okay, great. Vegas.
Yeah.
Vegas has got Paris in it. And the
It does.
pyramids.
It's got the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, it's got the pyramids.
I mean, when you've seen the pyramid in Vegas.
And a little Venice.
Is
Oh,
there
yeah, Colosseum.
It's got a little Venice.
The Venice trips me out. Especially when it's 4 in the morning, you're wandering through and you're like,
my
the roof
goodness.
is blue.
It's very confusing.
Is it daytime? We should go to bed.
No. Keep going. Roll through.
How good's Vegas?
Has any idiot had a swim in that little pond?
100% they would have.
Yeah, right.
100%.
We are shaking hands and saying hey and giving out 10K. That's right. This morning, Southern Cross Station, 10 o'clock. Lauren, Clint and myself will be there shaking hands. Just have to say hey. Every 100th person pockets a cheeky $100.
How easy.
That's right. Every 1,000th person wins $1,000 and the 10,000th person will walk away with $10,000.
This lady right here, first winner. Hang on.
Yeah, you're 100th handshake, 100th hand.
What's your name?
My name's Helen.
Well, you've nailed it. 100th person,
no.
$100. It's as easy as that. 10 o'clock today, Southern Cross Station is where we'll be.
Handing out cash left, right and centre. We'll see you there, Melbourne.
Straight after we left Flinders Street yesterday, I went into Channel 9. I had a very important yet a little boring training session to do. We're doing a computer upgrade at work. So
Yeah, you sent me a photo of you in the meeting and it said, I'm in hell. How's your day?
You know when these things get a little long in the tooth, you get a little bit distracted. And something caught my eye as I was on TikTok.
So you were paying attention.
I was on TikTok, but my colleague who was sitting to my right was doing something far more peculiar. And this is what he was doing. You might be able to see this, Jason Lauren.
He's swiping left and right on Tinder.
It looks like he's on Tinder. And that's why I was worried. I'm like, mate, what are you doing?
Is he married?
You're married. Second of all, you're expecting a child.
Oh, and he's sitting on Tinder.
I'm
There's
like,
so
are
many
you
of
on
them now.
Tinder? And he goes, no, I'm on Kinder.
What's Kinder?
Good question. What is Kinder? Kinder is Tinder to find a name for your baby. So basically,
it's not babies dating.
No, it's not babies dating. So
Arranged marriage style.
just say Jason
'Cause that's
Lauren
wrong.
are having a baby.
Oh, this is a hypothetical.
Heaven help us.
You
God
both get the
almighty.
app, Lauren, Jase, and you either swipe left or right on a baby name.
And then we match.
And when you both swipe right, you match, and it goes into the pool of baby names.
So we both like that name.
See, I don't until this app really becomes more public. I don't think I want to be caught on this app on public transport.
What are you on? Kinder.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Well,
I think it's quite cute because it saves the awkward conversation. Do you like Henry? No. Okay, back to the drawing board. So then you've got your list of names that you both like.
Yeah.
But how rogue are the names? Because some people are really going left of
funny you
centre
should
with
say
baby
that.
Names.
I think walk into Granny Mays, look at those fake little number plates, and pick one of those.
Oh, they're all very vanilla names.
They are.
And people want to be different, and people want to spell them differently these days.
Well, before the break, I think I told you I was looking at baby names. I'm looking at baby names with our executive producer, Brody.
Oh.
We both downloaded the app and we started, tossing up a few names for a potential girl, a potential boy.
Have you two agreed on one you're going to
What
have
have you
together?
got? What are your
We've
options?
got 2 matches so far, Brody. What are they?
We've got Holden. We both like Holden.
Holden.
Holden Stanaway
That
Pomeroy.
is full bogan.
Bogan. How's it spelled? It's got a Y in it. Holden.
No, Holden.
Holden.
Very traditional.
I like Shaquille Stanaway, but didn't get a match on that one.
Shaquille.
Anything else?
Haven't you got a sister called Shakira?
No, Letitia.
Oh, Letitia, that's right.
Not
So-
Shakira. Letitia.
Our matches for a boy, Jagger, and for a girl, Sia.
See ya.
Do you know what my parents...
See you later.
How did they name you, Jace?
Because I've got 3 older sisters. They did a ballot.
The
And they-
family
The girls
ballot.
voted.
Yeah.
They
parents
came
were
up
like,
with Jason.
it's the 4th kid.
So
Who cares,
creative.
really? Like, just, everything's out the window. And they just said, all right, all the girls can throw a name in the hat, whatever we
secret
pick
ballot.
out. Yeah.
And whose
That's
suggestion
funny.
was Jason?
I'm not sure. I think Letitia.
So Jace's parents went through an urban stage and called one
Yeah,
of
I've
his
got
girls.
Michelle. So just typical Brisbane couple, Michelle. Then they had Ray Lee. Then
Ray
they tried to
Lee,
get
not
culture.
Ray Lee, Ray Lee.
Ray Lee.
Oh, Lee.
Yeah.
Minus the
Had her at the caravan park, Clint. And then we hit an urban stage and with Letitia.
Letitia.
And
And then
to finish it
realised,
off,
Jason.
Letitia. Does she have a complex that she doesn't fit into the family tree names?
Yeah, especially 'cause she looks like my auntie, so we think they might have.
What? Dad stooped your auntie? Is that what you say?
oh,
You
what
said it.
happens in Queensland
Wow,
stays in
Queensland.
I
Queensland.
could
Doesn't
call
it?
her and say, hey, have you ever noticed my auntie looks like your mum? And it doesn't go down well.
Oh, no, that's very Khloe Kardashian.
Yeah, you should hear Letitia when she fires up.
Me-
No.
She doesn't talk like that.
Lozzie, you're the firstborn. How did Bobby
No, I'm not
and...
the first
Oh, you're,
born. I'm
no,
the
sorry,
second born.
Bowie's. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, no, my brother's name is Bowen Matthew Coningsby Phillips. How regal. And then I got Lauren.
Oh, my God.
It's a family name, though. So there's been 4 Bowens in the family.
Bowen screams,
Bowen.
sparkling water
Well, I
tap,
think-
electric gates.
I don't know how my mum and dad came up with Clint, an American name.
Close to a
Clint.
few other
At
ones.
that, early in the 80s. It
Come here, you
is.
little Clint.
Yeah. So 13, 24, 10, I want to know what sort of weird ways, what weird reasons,
How'd you get your name?
you got your name. How'd you get it?
If it wasn't on Kinder, how are you coming up with it, Melbourne?
Are you named after a character on a TV show,
Are they,
perhaps?
question, are they photos of babies
Do you want to
as
have
well?
a go?
No, not photos.
No, but
You
like...
can't. You can't order a baby off a
No,
photo.
I'm not saying...
I've given
I'll
Jace my
have that
phone to
one.
have a go.
All right, I'll go through and have a look. Nash?
It's fair. Nash Stanaway.
That's a hard no from
I
me.
don't mind it.
13, 24, 10. How'd you get your name? Clint's downloaded the new app.
Kinder.
It's not Tinder.
It's Tinder for parents.
Well, no, that sounds like swingers. It's baby
That's a
name.
different
It's a baby naming app.
Yeah. So mum and dad both have the app. They
Yeah.
swipe left or right on names, and then you go, oh,
get
it's
a
a
match.
You both like that one.
So we're asking 13, 24, 10. How did you get your name, Melbourne?
Kinder, not Thrinder.
No, not Thrinder.
Thrinder's still
no,
a thing?
different thing.
The first
Okay.
caller,
Is
PET-A. Is that Peter
Petter?
or Peter?
Yeah, so it's Petter, but it's spelt the way of Peter for girls.
PETA.
Yeah, PETA. So my parents, just in all their wisdom, thought that they would just let the 6-year-old sister pick the name.
Oh,
and
brilliant.
the only
Love that.
stipulation,
Yep.
the only stipulation they gave her was that it had to start with a P.
Right.
So,
And she said, I
not
don't want a
only-
sister, I want a pet.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
At a quick glance, it looks like Pet Barn. You know, at the start of that.
Don't
Yeah,
listen
and
to them.
Your name goes, like, not only do you have to spell it, you have to pronounce it.
Ah, yeah.
Ordering a coffee petter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I just use the kids' names
That's
because I
smart.
gave mine, like, easier ones. And so, but every time someone sends you a text or a message or an email, it gets capitalised because they think you're Peter, like the ethical treatment of animals.
Oh, dear Peter.
13 24 10. How'd you get your name, Melbourne?
Tex from Geelong, good morning.
Solid
name.
Solid name.
Good morning. Good morning.
How old are you, Tex?
I'm 9.
9 years old. And Tex, how did you get your name?
I was named after an oil company called Texaco in America.
Oh, are you an heir to an oil throne, though? Like, are you going to be a billionaire one day, Tex?
Maybe.
Oh.
Hey, Tex, do you like your name?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like your name too,
name.
Hey, Tex, when you were at school learning to write your name, were you well advanced and ahead of your other mates? Because your name was like, yes.
Yeah, 3 letters. It's easy.
Yeah.
A T, E, X is
Are
easy.
you off to school, Tex?
Yeah.
Have you
Good
got a little
boy.
brother or sister with you there?
Yeah.
What's their name? What were they named after?
Ray.
Right. You're lucky you're not ringing Ash Barker, mate.
Get out!
No, Screaming Baby's more than welcome here.
Uh,
All right, let's go to Ash.
Sorry, I was just going to say, I always feel for kids with big, extravagant names. It's like, imagine them in prep trying
Trying
to
to
learn how
spell it.
like, come on. You know.
Yeah. Ash from McKinnon, good morning. How'd you get your name?
Good morning. So my partner and I, we were pregnant with our 3rd child, and we did the ancestry DNA test, and we all have 3-letter names, so we're sort of running short on names with 3 letters, and we found a name on both our family trees with 3 letters that we liked.
Oh, what name was it?
Ada.
Ada.
I
There you
like
go.
Ada. Ada Nicamidu. Famous from
I
Home
don't
and
think
Away.
that's how you say it.
Isn't it?
Nicodemo.
Nicodemo.
Sorry.
Imagine
Oh, that's
that
a good
prep.
idea. They've gone back in the family tree. What? Learning how to
Ada
spell
Nickers.
Nicodemo.
Oh, forget that.
Yeah.
Jess in Warragul. How do you get your name?
So it depends on what show I'm binge watching at the time during the pregnancy.
Oh, so who have you got in the fam? How many kids have you got?
Well, that's 3, so my daughter's next. Are you telling me your name? Elena from Vampire Diaries.
Oh, I
Nathaniel
thought-
from Gotham.
I thought it was going to be Seinfeld.
Yep.
Elaine.
Yep.
Who else have you got?
I'm not too young. Nathaniel from Gossip Girl and Clara from Doctor Who / the Nutcracker Ballet.
I was hoping from the Blockinator.
Keith.
Keith the Blockinator.
Oh, that's strong. I love
I
that
like
theory.
that.
That's
Yeah, it's a moment
awesome.
in time as well.
All right, 13 24 10. How'd you get your name, Melbourne?
Rochelle, good morning.
Good morning.
What happened?
My mum's a twin, and he was adopting a daughter into the family as my mum was pregnant, and we would have both been called Michelle. So they flipped a coin.
Oh,
They
see-
flipped the coin to see who would keep the name?
Yeah. So he got Michelle, and I got Rochelle. So my mum spelled it Rachel, and I.
Say that again, Rochelle.
No one can spell it.
Oh, she spelt it funny too for a bit of point of difference.
Oh.
Michelle and Rochelle, the cousins of twins.
Imagine that. Heads. Nah, you lost your name.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, I know cousins who have the same name because both parents, they fought over it
Yeah, right.
and they've both got the same name.
Yeah, see, we haven't had that drama in our family with Letitia.
Shane Crawford called one of his children the same name as his dog because they liked the
No,
name
you
the
can't
dog
do that.
had.
No, you can't do that.
Well, then he tried to change the dog's name. But the dad had the dog forever, so they couldn't do it.
So when he screamed the name, who came running?
Both
the dog
the
or
kid
the
and
yeah,
the dog.
right. Okay,
I'd
yeah,
say
yeah.
the dog was more obedient.
Both with bones.
Yeah, right. Michael in Port Melbourne, how did you come up with your name? Or how'd they
Hey,
come
mate,
up with
how
your
are
name?
you?
Yeah, we're good, mate.
Good. So, I was named after my brother's imaginary friend. So my older brother David, he had an imaginary friend called Mickey James, and my parents thought, "Oh my God, we've got to counteract this nut job." So they ended up having me and called me Michael James to give him his little friend.
Is that so that when, like, people didn't think he was crazy? They're like, no, he does have a brother called Michael
That's
James.
so good.
I wish his imaginary friend was Milko.
What was the movie about the imaginary friends? Drop Dead Fred.
That's right.
yes.
One of the best movies of all
You know what?
time.
I'm going to watch that with the kids this weekend.
Your kids would love it. They have a snot sandwich, remember?
That's right. I got my kids to watch Weekend at Bernie's last week. They watched it. I was like, do you want to fast forward to the dead bit? He's like, no. We'll back this in.
I reckon you'd have to cover their eyes and ears a little bit for
There was a couple of scenes, Lauren. Yeah, where the hands flew. Yeah, when the hands went over.
Pretty hard, didn't
Yeah, there's a lot that happened to that dead body. Let me tell you.
Drop Dead Fred, great movie.
Bernie, for someone that was dead, was having a whale of a time.
Loved it.
You like tongue twisters?
Jason Lauren's Tongue Twister Tuesday.
All right. This is where we like to have a laugh with you, not at you.
Yeah.
Is there a word you cannot say? 13 24 10 is our number. Here's what's happened in the past.
Brewery. A brewery. A brewery?
Where beer is made.
The brewery.
If that was the passcode to get into the brewery, I wouldn't get in.
Last year, I was seeing a woman who was very manipulative. Manipulative.
I hope I don't get attacked by a abominable snowman.
Oh, that's hard.
A abominable snowman.
The abominable.
Oh, abominable.
That's the one.
The abdominal snowman.
13 24 10 to join us on the air. What is the word you cannot say? In return, I got Niall Horan tickets up for grabs. All right. Remember, use your word in a sentence as well.
Erica from Geelong, what word can't you say? And can you put it in a sentence?
Hi, I literally cannot say Australia.
I'm sorry.
I don't think Australia was
No,
the
I think
problem.
we've got two here.
We've got issues aplenty.
I think we've got two words with this sentence. Can you go from the top, please?
I literally can't say Australia.
She sounds like she's had 16 Chardonnays for breakfast. She literally can't say Australia. Australia.
Okay.
Just let's
And
break
it
it
wasn't
down.
until we went on a recent holiday in LA and people were saying, "Oh, where are you from?" And it was like, "We're from Australia."
Literally is a much bigger issue than Australia, I
Wow.
reckon, in that.
Wow.
That's a whole sentence.
We've
you
never
can't
had
say.
it. We've never had a 2-in-1. That's our first 2-in-1.
Double bunger.
Love that for us.
Well done, Erica. Anna from Churnside Park. Is there a word you can't say? Maybe a sentence you can't say?
I have to go in and have regular gastroscopy.
That's a tough one.
Sorry?
Gastroscopies.
What's she trying to say?
It's a medical procedure. You know, when you have the tube down your throat?
Anna, are you trying to say gastroscopy?
Yes.
How do you
Right. Have another
say it.
crack.
Gastroscopy.
You need to be careful. They might put that pipe somewhere else.
If it's
Bloody
a
I
camera.
know. I'm worried about that.
Yeah.
How do you say it?
Gastroscopy?
Gastroscopy.
Gastroscopy.
Gastroscopy. No.
Gastroscopy.
And that's a camera down the throat, isn't it?
I believe that's the orifice
And
that
then
goes
what's
down,
the one
yes.
down the...
That is
Ooh,
a
colonoscopy.
That's the one.
colonoscopy.
Yes.
Up the
Yes. Yeah.
Colleen,
Colonoscopy.
Phillip Island. Good morning, Colleen.
Hi, guys.
You got a word you can't say?
Yes, I need to put an exclamation mark at the end of a sentence. I can't say it.
explanation.
Can you say that again?
Exclamation.
Oh, I reckon you almost got it that
Yeah,
time.
almost got it.
Exclamation point. Exclamation mark.
You'd never be able to make a statement.
No.
You know what I mean? You just
Should
do
we
it.
give her one more crack?
Go, Colleen.
Explanation.
Explanation.
Yeah, glad we did that. That
There
works.
you go. Finally, finish this off. Nikki from Melton. What word can't you say and can you pop it in a sentence?
I can try for you guys. It is the statistics of a football game.
The what, sorry?
Oh,
The statistics of a football game.
there you go. The statistics.
Statistics.
The statistician is a hard one.
Just
too.
go stats.
No, hang on. How do you say the statistician?
Oh, statistician.
Say it again.
Statistician.
Statistician.
Nikki, can you try and say the person who does the statistics is the statistician?
The statistics of the no.
That's so good.
Gonna be a good day. Jason Lauren. Jason Lauren.
Wake up feeling good.
On Nova 100.
Jason Lauren.
Follow them on socials.